There's a guy who stands outside the Arco Mini Mart down the street from my place. He's there 3 or 4 days a week looking for a handout. He's mid-30s probably and looks fit enough and always seems clean. I turn him down 2 out of 3 times. And then I cave and give him $1. I'm into this guy for about $50 a year. When I turn him down, I always feel guilty, even though I work for that money and he's never lifted a finger for any of it. And he's not my only regular. There are panhandlers at every freeway off-ramp throughout LA and Orange counties. It's now estimated that over 40,000 people are living on the streets of Los Angeles. Much of downtown looks like a refugee camp. In San Francisco, there's a website with a poop map so that citizens can register where human excrement is building up in public places. And all that the governments of these California cities can do is talk about how important it is that we not make the homeless people feel bad. Oh, wait, they're changing the name again. Remember when we stopped using the words bum, hobo, and vagrant and started saying homeless? Well, now politicians are using the term unhoused Americans. Why? Because that puts the blame not on how these people have lived their lives, but on what has been done to them, as if they were just minding their business and somebody snatched their houses out from under them. Help! I've been unhoused! Let's be clear here. Many of the people camping all over the biggest, most liberal cities are sick. Many of them need psychiatric care, and we should be sure they get it. Some are upstanding people who have been hit by a run of bad luck that would make Job rethink his faith. I understand that. But many, many, many of them are just lazy and stubborn. They could work, but they don't want to work. And they've been not wanting to work for a long time. They have alienated their families. They owe money to all their friends back home. They've burned their bridges, and they've adjusted their expectations downward so many times that they can now accept themselves as urban campers. As long as there are well-meaning people handing out sandwiches and clothing to them, and as long as they can get a little welfare, and as long as suckers like me fork over money that we've earned, people will keep living on the streets. And city governments will keep trying to figure out a compassionate solution. I guess they've forgotten what Grandma said about killing them with kindness. In our liberal society, compassion has become an obsession. You can't go to the supermarket anymore without seeing dogs in the aisles because, you see, these are comfort animals. Kids misbehave in schools and teachers just take it. They're told to consider the kids' feelings. Good grammar? It wouldn't be compassionate to criticize bad grammar. Pull your pants up and look presentable? Well, that seems kind of, judgmental. Stop inking graffiti on your body and cranking out babies you can't support? Perhaps we need more scientific studies. Parents see their brat smack another kid and say, "What's troubling you, Logan?" They say this to the kid that did the smacking. Everything is secondary to compassion, including teaching kids the skills and disciplines that will keep them employed and out of jail later on. And it's not just liberals either. How many moms keep stocking the house with cookies and chips while they watch their kids swell up into blimps? Setting your kid up to carry an extra 100 pounds until her knees blow out at 40 and she loses a foot to diabetes at 50 is not being a compassionate mommy. Letting Junior lounge on the couch with his Xbox while a team of immigrants does the chores is not being a loving father. At some point, the only way to be truly compassionate is to say, "No, what you're doing is not good enough. I need to see what you've got. Come on, give me your A game." I've said this many times before, and I'll say it again. All of civilization depends on a complex web of incentives and stigmas. Humans need limits. We need rules, standards of behavior, benchmarks, and requirements that force us to develop into the kind of people that we'll be proud to be. It's a kindness to let a person know that you expect his best. It's a vote of confidence. It's not mean. It's tough love. Until we get back to stigmatizing bad behavior, the bad actors will keep ending up in the prison system or in permanent poverty, or living in makeshift tents on the sidewalks of Los Angeles. Life is not supposed to be easy. We are supposed to struggle. Every good thing humans have ever done has come from overcoming our environment and our inherent weaknesses. It is not compassionate to do for somebody what they should be doing for themselves. And it will end us as a people if we don't knock it off. The ability of a rich society to coddle its slackers is not a reason to do that. If you take the muscles out of the citizenry, the spine of the nation collapses. I don't know who formulated the following statement. I'm sure you've heard it, but it's worth repeating. Bad times make strong men. Strong men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make bad times. I know in my bones that this is true. Can we learn from it, or do we have to keep proving it to ourselves over and over? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and then click the little bell to get notifications.